fitness and what kind of role does fitness play in your life?
Yeah, so my fitness journey started back when I was 17, I believe, because when I was 16, I went through the rock bottom of my life when I was 16 because I lost my mom to breast cancer. And at that time, my dad had already been in jail for 2 years. So all of a sudden, I had no parents, had a little brother who's 5 years younger than me, and just had to become an adult overnight. And fitness was the thing that gave me an opportunity to start working on myself after dealing with the eating disorders, after dealing with depression, anxiety, and grief from losing my mom. And it was when I started picking up my fitness journey in a healthy way, not through the eating disorder, when I really started taking this seriously. It was really a gateway for me to start working on myself and put that attention back onto me because up until this point, I was busy taking care of everyone else, taking care of my brother, my mom's estate, stuff with my dad, and I didn't even know who I was. And I finally had this opportunity when I left for college and moved away from my hometown. That's when I picked up fitness because it was a way for me to start really working towards this healthy lifestyle that wanted to live. And that led down to the 4 areas of fitness, obviously, because I realized the physical aspect is not enough for us to live a fulfilling life. So now there are the 4 areas: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And, people ask me why I call these things fitness, like emotional fitness, spiritual fitness. Like, why is that? It's because fitness to me implies that it's a constant work in progress. Like, you're not doing this once and say that you're done. This is something that I'm doing for the rest of my life. Whatever it is that I'm working on in my life, I want this to be a continuous lifestyle. And these things are a part of my life now. And it's made such a big impact.
And I remember, and that's a good point, because I remember growing up without my mother or my father and being raised by my grandmother, you realize that one, you have to grow up so much more quickly than those around you because you don't have the parental figure and you have to be kind of that parent, especially when you have siblings, because I have a younger brother and a younger sister. And sometimes those around you don't understand the impact that it has on you, where now you have to be an adult before you're necessarily ready for like you're being the mother, the father, you're being the man of the house, the woman of the house, you're being this adult figure at 12, at 8, at 16. And we don't have the life experiences to even take that first step, but we have to learn quickly because there's other people depending on us, and there's no one similar to your situation. There's no one you could depend on with your mother. And my apologies that she passed away at, from breast cancer. Your
Thank you.
mother is away, your father is away, and here you are now at a young age saying that, you know what, I have to do this because the people that are supposed to do it there for me isn't there to do it for me. And when we initially spoke and you mentioned the four pillars, that's what intrigued me about your journey the most, right? Because you have the spiritual fitness, which I totally agree with. And I'll let you elaborate. I'm guessing you don't mean that you have to be this overly religious person. It's just, you know what, you have to be strong spiritually, you have to be strong emotionally, you have to be in control of yourself, you have to be strong mentally. With mental health awareness being so prominent, with mental health issues so rampant now, especially with the pandemic, we don't have the interaction like we did with people before. And the physical, everyone understands you, you know what, make sure your body is strong. How important are those four pillars to people, and and why is it that you started using that as part of your journey?
Yeah, I would say the 4 pillars, I started using that because it creates this embodiment of mind, body, and soul. And these three things are connected. And in order to create this embodiment and this balance between your mind, body, and soul, it comes down to the 4 areas: the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And that's how I came up with the 4 areas. And I know that throughout our lives, maybe we go through periods where we focus on one over the other. And what I see people doing is they like to focus on the one that they're good at. So if they're if they love going to the gym, they'll just keep on going to the gym and neglect a lot of the other areas because it's not something that they're good at, and we don't like to look at our weaknesses. But what I've found is that you're only as strong as your weakest link. So if you are going to neglect, let's say, the emotional part of your fitness, and you only focus on the other areas, eventually it catches up to you because these things are all connected. And your emotional fitness directly affects how you feel, how you show up in relationships, and these impact your life in such a big way. And I would say a really big thing for me to incorporate the 4 areas of fitness is I start my morning with them right away. I'll wake up and I make sure I get my movement in, whether that's going to the gym or going for a walk. I make sure I work on my mindset. Maybe I'll listen to a podcast or read for a while. I check in with my emotions to see how I'm feeling. And then on the spiritual side, I'll meditate, I'll connect with my soul, with my higher self. And I start my morning with these so that I can go throughout my day then in this better state than I was maybe if I didn't do it.
Isn't reading and meditating so underrated?
Yeah, especially meditation. I mean, I tell people to meditate, and a lot of people are like, why would you just sit there for 15, 20 minutes and do nothing? I could be doing something else. I could be using this time to be more productive. And that was what I thought when I first started meditating. Like, I could be more productive. But what I found is that if you just take that 10, 15, 20 minutes to sit in silence and clear your mind, you actually end up being more productive throughout your day. You're not missing that 15, 20 minutes from your day. I'm sure we're doing a lot of other things throughout our days that are not as helpful as meditation, and we do them anyway. So when people tell me, I don't have time to meditate, I'm too busy to meditate, I say, if you're too busy, that's a sign that you should do it anyway, because when you do meditate, when you do take away that time to stop being busy, that's when you actually free up yourself.